Hi guys, my name is Megan and today we are doing the mid-year freakout tag. Alright, so it is about halfway through 2020 and 2020 has been a year, which we will talk about in another video, but for today we're going to be going over the books that I've read for the first half of the year. And as of right now, I'm over halfway through with my Goodreads challenge for the year, so that's awesome. And I'm actually ahead of schedule by about 9 or 10 books, I think, which is pretty cool. We've got some questions here. So the first question is, what is the best book you've read so far in 2020? So this was kind of a hard one to answer for me, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This book just kind of like melted my heart. It was so cute and just lovely, and I just fell really head over heels for this book. It's just amazing. So the next question is, what was the best sequel that you read in 2020? So this one was, again, also kind of a hard question because I haven't read a whole lot of sequels this year, but the ones that came to mind like immediately were all of the books in the Team Alpha series, and I just loved them to pieces, and I like gobbled them all up, and really they were just such quick reads. They read like fan fiction and I just like couldn't stop reading them. So the next question is, sorry for any extra noise, I've got the window open because it's a little stuffy in here today. So what are some new releases that you haven't read yet but want to? Oh my goodness, there's so many books out, guys. So many. Ones that come to mind immediately are City We Became by N.K. Jemisin, Check Please Volume 2, Heart Song, The Extraordinaries, The House in the Cerulean Sea. There's so many. I couldn't like pick just one. Like, there are so many books. Next up is the most anticipated release for the second half of the year. So this one, it's actually 2 contemporary books, which is kind of shocking for me because I've kind of, haven't always been like the best at reading contemporary, but books that I'm really anticipating are The Friend Scheme and Smash It, which look fantastic. So the next question is favorite new author, and that's either a debut author or a new to you author. So this one is actually an author duo, and that's Susie Hawk and Krista Crown, who wrote the Team Alpha series and the spin-off series, The Alphabets, which I loved their writing. It's so good. The next one is The Biggest Disappointment. Y'all, it's Beautiful Bastards. This book, I hated it. I can't even, like, this book was terrible. It was just bad. Next up is what was the biggest surprise? And for me, that was Artemis by Andy Weir. This one is just, I don't even know how to describe it. This is such a good book. I loved that it's science fiction, but in kind of like a realistic way. Very much going to live on the moon and just like the day-to-day life of living on the moon and, pulling off a heist and hijinks, and it was fantastic. And then a book that made you happy. So this one, I would have to go with Parental Guidance because I had the biggest, like, stupidest smile on my face the entire time I was reading it. It was just like the cute, fluffy romance that like revolved around sports a little bit that I didn't know I needed. It was just so good. Next up is your newest fictional crush or a favorite character. And for this one, I'm gonna have to go with the whole gang from Every Heart a Doorway, especially Cade. So next up is a book that made you cry. So I don't really cry at books a whole lot, but Heartstopper Volume 1 kind of got me a little teary-eyed just because of how emotional this book is and just like how much I love these characters already. So next up is the most beautiful book that you've bought or received this year. So this one is also really hard to pick because I've gotten so many books, but I went with one that I got for my birthday, and that was The Magnolia Sword. I love this cover so much. It's gorgeous, and it's got like this cool pink to dark green kind of ombre on it, and it just was such a good book too. So the last question is a book that you need to read by the end of the year. So this one I have 2 books. The first is Let's Talk About Love by Claire Can. This one I have on ebook, and I'm hoping to have read it by the time this video goes up. This book cover is amazing, and I can't wait to read it. The next book for this one is going to be Heart Song by TJ Klune. This is the 3rd book in the Green Creek series, and I know this book is gonna just tear my heart out. All right, so those are all of the questions for the mid-year freakout tag. I will leave all the questions down below if you guys want to answer them, or if you want to do this tag on your own channel. But what was your favorite book that you've read so far this year? Let me know down below. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You can also hit the notification button. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, check out the links down below. There's also a link to the Black Lives Matter card down there as well. Alrighty, bye guys.